The secret of getting ahead is getting started. Hey there, how's it going, you guys? Thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Samantha. So what are we looking at tonight with these crazy cryptocurrency markets? Wow, $13,116 when I looked at it just a moment ago. What is going on? What is happening in the cryptocurrency space right now? Is this the blast off that everybody's been talking about and anticipating since the halving, right? Or is this just a false pump? Are we going to be sliding backwards tomorrow or the next day? We know that volatility seems to be the name of the game today, as it's been all over the place with the price. What's going on? I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your opinions. Of course, I don't really have the answers. I've just been keeping my ear to the ground, and so has my lovely co-host, Samantha.
Good evening, everyone.
So how are you doing over there, Sam?
I am pretty good.
What are you feeling about this price? $13,000. Did you think it was going to happen like this?
No, I guess I didn't really put a lot of thought into it. Like, I had known it had went up yesterday. We had, talked about it a little. Yeah, it feels kind of, it's kind of feisty, I guess.
It is very reminiscent of the old days, quick blast off. Hanging out in 11,000 for a while, and here we are at 13,000. Let's just see if Bitcoin can hold on to these numbers and continue to move forward. People are pointing at the PayPal news, which I would love to talk about. So please let me know what your guys' thoughts are out there. We do have a little bit of news about some red flags going up over at KuCoin, and of course, regulation continuing to take place in the cryptocurrency space as we're moving forward. People are starting to wake up and realize that cryptocurrency and Bitcoin especially are going to be part of the future. So how everyone is deciding to interact with it and integrate it not only into their lives, but into their business models is different. And the U.S. is taking one stance. We see other countries taking others. I am loving the news all over the place.
Yeah, it does seem, I don't know. It is it's nice that there is a lot of talk, like a lot of different people talking about either their specific cryptocurrency or Bitcoin in general. So, it is pretty cool. And we do have people.
We have people in the chat. Who's hanging out with us? Please comment over on the side. Let Samantha know that you're here. That's the best part of this show, right? Because we're not here to try to sell anybody anything or, do anything crazy, right?
Not here to give advice.
Yeah, we want to talk about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. We want to know what your guys' thoughts are. We want to know how we navigate this into the future to make not only our wallets fatter, but the world a better place, right?
It's always good to communicate with others. Everybody else has their own point of view and knowledge and stuff that you don't have, or maybe you didn't see. And you guys are pretty awesome. So, all right, Vention is here.
Vention, buddy, nice. I'm glad that you can make it, my friend. I super appreciate you getting out here.
All right, just learned Bitcoin.
Daniel, buddy, awesome.
Zaza is here.
Zaza, always a pleasure.
The Pothead,
awesome, good crew. Everyone's hanging out tonight. The price is up, right? Everyone's feisty. Everyone's keeping an eye on what's going on out there. Let's just jump right into what's going on with PayPal. Everyone's saying that this may be, what's setting the price up. I don't know if I necessarily believe that. We've seen the news not really affecting the price, whether or not this is some sort of a milestone, right? Where they're saying that because PayPal is going to start integrating cryptocurrency and Bitcoin, people are realizing the clock is ticking, right? We all have to get Bitcoin.
I do think it is one giant leap towards touching phones. Mm-hmm. Yes. It is super easy. Everybody uses PayPal. Everybody uses Amazon. Everybody. So, really? Yes. All right. MS Biddies is here too.
Hi, Mike. Awesome. I'm glad that you could join us.
Zaza, let him know. See, awesome.
I told Samantha that I should go text you, and then she was like, no, he'll get the push notification. But see, that's the problem, Samantha, is YouTube hasn't been doing everyone right. We like to rely on these third parties to do what they say they're going to do. But unfortunately, they don't always do that, right? They don't always have our best interests at heart. They continue to put their best interests and their dollar, in front of us. And that's why we see all kinds of different lawsuits are coming out right now about Google. We've seen this one.
They're a monopoly, something how they are on everybody's phone. They're on everybody's laptops, everybody's technology. No one else has a chance, man. I mean, I kind of get it, yes. This is not even the first time that I think they've been like, I don't know, sued this or whatever, in court for stuff. I mean, hey.
These FANG corporations, they are getting too large, especially when the world is getting so much smaller.
I mean, we know that there are so many other search engines and so many other, yes.
Right, everybody should check out DuckDuckGo. If you've never checked out DuckDuckGo, it's a great search engine, and it definitely has your privacy at the forefront.
In its actual, yes. I mean, there are so many.
So what have we got going on in the chat over there? What are you guys thinking? What are you guys feeling about this PayPal news? I mean, are you guys feeling like it's really going to push the price up with merchants being able to accept, Bitcoin? Is this what's really, because I don't see, the fact that I can go to eBay and I can buy something and pay the merchant with my Bitcoin through the third party of PayPal being the big, kickoff here. But I do see the fact that PayPal saying that they're going to get into Bitcoin and offering it.
Yeah.
Being a milestone, being like, oh, wow, PayPal is even getting into this, and I should really go ahead and start paying more attention. Maybe I should go ahead and get some of this Bitcoin, because it is starting to become a little more common knowledge, because there are so many third-party systems like Cash App and Coinbase and Gemini and everything that are offering Bitcoin at this moment. Robinhood is another one of these third parties. But what people don't realize off the bat is that, like how we're looking at PayPal, you may not be able to move your cryptocurrency away from them. You may not be able to seize control of it by putting it in your own wallet where you control the private keys, which is also what happens at Robinhood right now.
I mean, I see that how everybody likes to just sit there and talk smack about Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and say that it's only used for like horrible stuff and dark web crap and this and that. Really? Because now PayPal, I mean, it is one more where it's like, oh, so you think PayPal's shady too? Like, you think that they're in on a Ponzi, that they're in on some horrible drug dealing, ransomware stuff? Really? So it's that whole double-edged sword again, because yes, I mean, I do think it is going to get more people to pay attention.
I mean, it has to be getting people to pay attention because we are watching the price go up. So, I mean,
yeah.
I don't even remember what it's called, but, the most likely common denominator is the reason. And this is going hand in hand that the price is shooting up right now. I'm just having trouble seeing the full reason of why PayPal allowing merchants to accept Bitcoin.
Would be such the,
right.
Yeah.
When we've been looking at such great news since the halvening already, which I believe should be pushing the price like what we're seeing right now. And this is trivial, but I mean, I understand the blockchain, right? I understand Bitcoin. I've been advocating it for a while. I'm not on the outside looking for those outside markers to overlay with Bitcoin, right? To make me take that second look at it.
Just...
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like PayPal is something that a lot of people know, and then they may have heard Bitcoin once or twice before, and then all of a sudden they hear, oh, PayPal's getting into Bitcoin. Maybe I should pay more attention. Is that what's happening here?
Or is it just that, I mean, everybody says that the halvening effect is delayed. Okay, so, I mean, are we just feeling the wave now? I mean, I don't know. This is why we don't give advice or do technical analysis.
What do we got going on in the chat? What is everybody else saying? Is everybody over there?
All right, so the pothead says Amazon. Amazon next. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly what I would be feeling. I mean, more people are using Amazon. Right at first, eBay was the big one. Yeah. Everyone used eBay. And then Amazon came out. Amazon got better, especially once they got the Amazon Prime and you don't have to pay for the shipping and all of that kind of stuff. And then they started offering the other free features that come along with it. It was, go to Amazon, forget eBay, unless you're looking for antiques, right? Now that they're offering this, it's another way for them to try to increase their revenue, because we are looking at a situation of, the blockchain moved $1 trillion last year. That's about half of what PayPal moved. So they're wanting to get in on this to be able to increase their revenues.
I mean, that makes sense, because they're saying that, I mean, they are saying that it is that because it is COVID based or whatever, that, you know what I mean, that more digital buying and currency and transactions should be happening, and they would like in on it, because no one wants to, I guess, gut up and go to a store anymore, because that's scary as hell. Oh, Satoshi James is here.
Satoshi
Hello.
James, buddy, awesome. I'm glad that you can make it.
All right, where are we at? Mike said that he would still be in the chicken coop smoking and trimming weed if no one told him. Oh, man. See, okay. All right, so I guess it's between us and Zaza to, help
get that message out there. Well, I mean, I do have a Facebook and a Twitter down below. I posted there about 5 minutes beforehand. So it's another, social media opportunity to push a notification for an app that most people have, right? Because I don't know. I don't like how, Ivan always wants you to enable the web browser or whatever to push notify, because that's not something I usually have set up or open all the time.
I mean, yes, because, more power to Ivan, but quite honestly, yes, when he switched over to his other stuff, man.
Yeah, we still watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, people had to do a lot of crap to be in his chat and to be in his what's after he went to his own, platform. But, kudos. He did get almost all his people to move on over. I know we won't have, the capabilities of going against YouTube. All right, where are we at? Zaza says PayPal is all right. Good advertising, for sure.
Good advertising, yeah. I'm not a big fan of PayPal personally, because I got burned in the beginning of all this cryptocurrency stuff when I tried to sell Ethereum on PayPal, and everyone did buyer protection on their credit card, so they got Ethereum for free, and I ended up not receiving any funds.
Yeah, that was fun. And then PayPal was mad, and eBay was mad, and it's like, are you serious, man? Yeah, okay, so cool, we're all mad, and yeah, somebody still has my Ethereum, not me.
Which I would love to have now. I definitely would have that 32 ETH.
Another one, we just do not discuss prices, because what? Yeah.
Is there any more in the chat, or should I move into the next little bit of this PayPal news that I was thinking?
All right. James Ben Hart says, hey guys, I just started watching a post stating the transaction value of Bitcoin is at 1,500K. Just a few Bitcoin trading massively, keeping price down. All right. And Mike asks, what do you mean, James? So,
Well, we know that the number of Bitcoin on the markets has been slowly counting downwards. The number of active wallets has been counting downwards over the last 2 years, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
So the price is determined by trading on the open markets, not the OTC desk where the large volumes are moved. So we're talking about the price is determined by me and you, right? People like us that go to these exchanges and trade Bitcoin back and forth.
And it was Bitcoin, Ethereum, oh God, was it BSB or Bitcoin Cash and Litecoin that were all supposed to be on the PayPal platforming exchange nest, or
I think
whatever.
Litecoin was on there.
It was Litecoin, it was Ethereum, and it was Bitcoin, but I don't know if it was Bitcoin Cash or BSB, but it was one of those two, I think, odd man out. It was 4. So, I guess if it's...
See, I thought the bigger situation from the broader perspective here is going to be how they're not going to let you take your cryptocurrency out of them. Yeah. It's a one-way honeypot for them to start collecting Bitcoin, because everybody that has external wallets sending Bitcoin to buy stuff, then PayPal gets it. PayPal doesn't let it go. Even if the merchant wants to hold on to it to see if he can gain value through the inflation, through the growing value of Bitcoin before he sells it out into his PayPal account, which is fiat. Do you see what I'm saying? It's not what we want. And when we see them getting the New York license so easily, and we've already heard of this situation in Robinhood, right? And there's been a few other smaller places that I can see this third-party system moving this way, where they start making it hard for you to actually take control of your Bitcoin, and this is their way of regulating it.
Yes, you can buy it, but you can't.
Right, you can buy it, and we can hold it for you, and you can sell it back to cash.
And you can look at it.
But you can't move it out into your own personal possession because you have the potential to go to the dark web, do something you're not supposed to do, launder money. I mean, I'm even seeing laws against being able to pay ransomware because they can't stop it.
I mean, I kind of saw that one coming, like when we had, 98% up in the United States for like hospital ransomware. I mean, yeah, for real. And then, they're saying just please don't pay them. Well, I mean, obviously now they're going to kind of enforce it a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we told you not to pay them, and now, yeah, everybody gets to go to jail. Everybody gets a fine, whatever it is. I mean,
well, I mean, we've been sitting around wondering for a while, long time, the price has been down in our opinion of what we believe the fiat price should be. And here we go, looking at everybody under the sun. I mean, PayPal's not coming out with this having 0 Bitcoin already.
Yeah,
right?
I doubt that.
You know, we're looking at that they have millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin accumulated slowly in the background over at least the last year, because we heard about this news months ago and had dismissed it as fake.
Well, just that it wasn't very substantiated.
Well, as everyone said before, that the OCT desks were starting to run dry and the Bitcoin were flowing like wine. Apparently it was. Apparently there were large parties out there buying up all the Bitcoin in the background. But obviously they were able to keep it off of the exchange.
Yeah, because oh my God, because for real, yes. Okay, PayPal was buying like OTC somewhere with somebody. Mm-hmm. It is. Convention says, I laugh at the ransomware. Pull the plug or the battery, then reload my backup. I mean, I'm going with. I'm not paying you a damn thing. I don't care. I don't have anything creepy enough that I care enough about. On my Hello Kitty obsession. Ooh.
Well, I mean, it's never the individual, because of course you can always look at your information and say it's not important. It's the ideal of vital information at a vital time, right? And then also not a singular individual, but when it comes to masses. You know, one person doesn't matter if you lose their information and you're a company.
Right, you don't know.
But when you lose 1 million people's information, you kind of have to tell somebody.
Well, I mean, you're really supposed to. But we've also seen a lot of people that don't.
Is it starting to sprinkle?
I am hearing.
I hear it. All right, you guys. I really appreciate you guys coming here and hanging out with us. The rain is coming back on, so we got to go pick up the laptop and this equipment real quick because I can hear it picking up.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for joining us for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. We'll see you on the next side. Remember to take it easy and keep that BTC safe. Later, guys.
Bye, guys.